processes, but rather it supports, it modulates, it enhances those naturally occurring processes in the body. Because ang pharmaceutical po are synthetic drugs, whether you like it or not, meron po talaga yan siyang effect, meron siyang adverse effect, meron po siyang side effect. Ganun po yan. And then, it really disrupts whatever is happening in your body because of its effect, because it is warranted. For example, hypertension. You have to bring down acute hypertension almost as soon as possible. All right? A natural product like Kyani, sometimes they're not really made to do that. They're not intended to do that. But sometimes it does have its effect. That's why I don't tell people to stop the drugs that doctors are giving them, but rather support and add on to whatever is necessary. I have a long lecture about this, and this is kaya lang we don't have time to do this. All right? So yun po ang difference nun. Pharmaceutical, basically, and natural products or nutraceuticals where Kyani is situated.
Oo, kaya so, ang label natin, no approved therapeutic claims.
No, because there is no legal basis for it to be called a pharmaceutical drug.
Okay. Now, siguro, pinagtataka ng nagtanong ito is, why do our products work well? Why do our products work fast? Kasi yan ang lagi kong narinig sa mga doktor na who are attracted to Kyani, no? Because, they tried the products for themselves and they saw some result, no? So ano kaya yun, Doc Mike? Okay. How can you explain that?
All right. Over the last 7 years, I have tried to study each and every ingredient of Kyani, and I have studied and learned how Kyani products came about. Of course, more than 17 years ago, this was already planned and then established by a group of scientists, of course, contracted by our founders to find out what health products can we come up with that will help that will give health and wellness to people. So they went to Alaska to study the Eskimos because in the Eskimo language there's no words such as diabetes or hypertension. So and then they were just getting old and then dying old. They're not really getting sick. So that's how it began. And then one of the products or two products that they learned from that initial study was the Alaskan blueberry and then the Sakai salmon. And then eventually, some products, the sunset was derived from the Sakai salmon. The Alaskan blueberry is the core product of the sunrise. And eventually, our scientists developed, especially the world-renowned, of course, scientists that we have, developed the Kyani Nitro coming from the noni plant. It is a patented product. That's why no other nutraceutical can copy it. So, yun, over a period of years, where all the products studied, reviewed, and then they were really formulated scientifically, and then uh, selected among all the thousands of fruits, vegetables around in the market. They were really carefully chosen and then studied to synergize with each other, to be synergistic, to come up with the desired results that the founders and then the scientists of Kyani had at the very beginning. And that's why I'm really amazed at the Kyani products because in the vernacular, talagang pinag-isipan, tsaka pinili isa-isa, at pinagsama-sama to bring all these desired effects. And they're all banner products. They're all innovative products. Right? Starting with the Kyani Nitro, kasi Nitro Nutrition tayo ngayon. But the Sunrise is a novel product because of the all the vitamins and minerals are there, plus 22 superfoods. Can you find any product in the market such as the sunrise.
And
That's
wala.
right. That's right.
Yes, that's true.
And then another product, the sunset. That's omega-3. Sockeye salmon is very expensive. And then with vitamin E, that's not a tocopherol because that's less expensive and less efficient. It's tocotrienol, vitamin A, and then vitamin D combination. It's hard to find that in the market also. And then of course, our talagang banner product para sa akin, Kyani Nitro, coming from the noni plant. There were previous products coming or derived from that noni plant. Yung iba, I will not mention now, but our scientists again chose the whole plant, not only the fruit, but the whole plant to derive the Kyani Nitro, which is a concentrate. That's why drops lang po. You don't need a liter, you don't need a glass to give you the nitro effect, but only drops, 5 drops, sometimes 3 drops. Uh, I can see the effect already in some patients. Eh.
Talaga? Sige nga, Doc, magkwento ka nga ng pasyente mo na natulungan mo na with the nitro products or the Kayani
Just
products.
talking about the drops pa lang,
Yeah,
the response, of course, of patients would be individualized and unique. So we
of
cannot
course.
generalize because each and every individual is different from one from the other. So
Right, right.
I can respond to Kayan in a different way, just like you and other people can. Pero in general, the side effect of the nitro that results in dilation or dilatation or widening of constricted arteries or narrowed arteries is really the essential mechanism for men for the effect of the nitro and also the other attendant effects in the production of the Kyani nitro in the body. Marami. Because the nitro, nitric oxide, NO, nitrogen oxygen, is a free radical sa medicine. No? But it consists of the nitrogen and oxygen, and many would, it was discovered in 1992, but uh, the award was given in 1998 to Dr. Ignaro and two more doctors for discovering it. They won a Nobel Prize for it. And upon its discovery, more than 200,000 research and papers up to this day have been written about it, and they're continuously studying the nitric oxide in health and disease. Okay? And then that's why many scientists and medical practitioners outside the Philippines and us in Kayani would call it the molecule of life because it's one of the most, if not the most unique biological, it's a signaling molecule that is a gas. It's a colorless gas that lasts only for a few seconds, but the effect on the cells and the organs of the body may last. This is latest Kate, hindi mo to, hindi ko yata
Hindi
na-share.
ko alam yan. Oh, ano yun?
The effect, the, the the nitro, the nitric oxide gas, may last only from about a few seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
But
Of course.
but the effect may last from, sabi ko dati, 4 hours. Hindi. The latest journal that I read, 9 minutes to 900 minutes. That's 15 hours.
Oh, okay.
So because it blends with your physiology, so if you need it, it will last longer. If you don't need it, it will just disappear like gas.
Wonderful. Grabe, no? Amazing science, but at the same time, amazing yung creation ni
It
Lord.
affects the whole body.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
it's the molecule of life.
Okay.
And then there's one literature that says, if your body runs out of oxygen, you can be comatose after 5 or 7 minutes without oxygen, and then become comatose and then die later. But
Yeah.
without nitric oxide, you will die in a second. or two without nitric oxide in the body.
Okay. Kaya kailangan na natin magtatank ng nitro. At po, yung nitro na,
Kaya
na
ako,
sinasabi ni Doc Mike.
I
Patay
don't
tayo.
go out of the house without my nitro. It's always
Oo.
there. Yeah.
Oo, yeah. Totoo yan. I know that. Oo.
I have nitro in my pocket, in my bag, in my car, in my room, in the sala, wherever.
Doc Mike, I think we have to clarify, no? Kasi merong nag-comment dito na meron silang hypertensive pills, di ba? Tapos may nagre-recommend uminom din sila ng Kyani. Dapat po sabay hindi nyo po dapat ihinto yung mga gamot na binibigay ng doctor sa inyo. You shouldn't stop the medication the doctor is giving you. Di ba, Doc Mike? Because you always talk about Kyani complementing. Di ba? Kyani complementing. Sige, I think you just have to emphasize that. Para hindi magalit sa atin yung mga doctors. Okay.
It is not intended to replace the drugs that you're taking, especially antihypertensive. No? I always tell people there are some drugs that we take, like for cholesterol, for uric acid, that you don't have to take for the rest of your life because it can be modified by diet and then can be stabilized by diet alone. But if you're hypertensive already, that means you're already sick of that disease already. So, hindi na pwede po i-replace nyo lang yan ng herbal or natural med because you're already sick. You see, our natural product, Kyani, is intended for healthy people to increase their stamina, their oxygenation, their performance. So they need it also even if they're not sick. All right? But if you're sick, all the more you need Kyani for its benefits. But since you're sick, the doctor has already given you antihypertensive pills. You have to take that. Ang problema kasi sa Filipinos and many people, even not Filipinos, they take antihypertensive drugs because their BP is high. If they feel good after some time as well, they just stop it because they always tend to believe that since my BP is normal, I can stop the antihypertensive. This is I think it's a wrong perception of its usage because, or understanding, because the antihypertensive drug that you are taking or have been given to you is the one responsible for bringing down your blood pressure to normal. So when you remove that, your blood pressure again will go back to a high value or increase.
Yeah.
Kasi po, may sakit na kayo eh. Alright?
Ikaw nga, Doc, di ba? 3 na yung gamot mo, tumataas pa rin.
Oo nga. Kaya,
diba? Kaya hindi pa rin dapat tanggalin. Oo, correct.
Hindi tatanggalin. Kasi, meron pong mga times na nag-i-spike yan. Kung wala ka nung antihypertensive mo, hindi mo alam yon, mataas pala yung BP mo, tapos wala kang nararamdaman kasi chronic na yan, it's a chronic condition, so your body sometimes knows how to adjust to it or adapt to it. But it will cause some more serious problems because you don't recognize it. All right? Okay. So, so that's why you have to keep your Kyani products at the same time so that the vasodilating effect that your nitric oxide produces will stabilize your blood vessels, and then perhaps later on we can lower the dose of your antihypertensives, but definitely not just to stop it.
Okay. Very good. So, it's nice of you to clarify that. So again, no, i-recap natin yung sinabi ni Doc that if you're already taking medication for your blood pressure, continue taking the medication that your doctor prescribed, and then you just add on the Kyani products. Your doctor will be the one to notice the changes in your body. So if your blood pressure comes down a little bit, maybe your doctor will be the one to tell you, oh, ito bawasan natin yung dose, diba? But hindi ho kayo ang magtatanggal. Right, Doc?
Yes, so it's complementary. Dangerous to do that because what should happen would be either your doctor reduces the dose because your blood pressure went down without him really expecting it that low, so he will lower your antihypertensive, or we will lower the dose of your nitro. That's why
Okay.
for people who are very sensitive and have already been hypertensive for some time and then taking some products, it's always good not to start with low doses. I was going to clarify what I said when 3 drops is enough, because I have a friend, Pat and I have a friend. She took the nitro because another product that she was taking, another natural product, caused her blood pressure to go up. So, hininto nung doktor. The doctor stopped it. So, I told her, that's not good if that happened. Try our nitro. She tried it, and then her blood pressure went down. Pero after 3 days, bumaba masyado. So it went down to 90/60 for the first time in her life now. And she got afraid. So as I asked her, how much nitro did you take? You said 10 drops, which is the usual maintenance dose, huh? So I told her, so if that's the case for you as an individual, then go down to 5 drops. Even if even if she's
Yeah,
like
right.
an adult, right?
Yeah.
So 5 drops, and then after that, she felt better, and then her blood pressure was maintained at 120, 70. After that, she was
Wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
depends on the person involved. So the best thing to do is start with smaller doses, and then increase after 1 week, and then until you get the desired dose.
okay, there is a question here, no, Doc. How about yung mga patients mo who are on dialysis, no? Can the Kyani product still help them?
Dialysis patients are characterized by an intense inflammatory reaction in the blood, in their system, every day, every time they go for dialysis. Every time that blood passes through the dialyzer, the blood and the red blood cells and other cells get injured. And you release a lot of substances of inflammation, and they produce oxygen radicals that further destroy your normal cells. So these dialysis patients have very high inflammatory markers.
Okay.
So what's the solution there? Of course, you cannot stop dialysis because that is a life-saving procedure. You have to
Correct.
continue it. But how will you mitigate the effect? Because meron talaga effect. All right. So I always I explain it to my patients. That's why you need antioxidant. Kyani is an antioxidant. That's why you need an anti-inflammatory. And Kyani is anti-inflammatory. Your blood vessels are all inflamed and are constricted. That's why you need a vasodilator. That's why you need nitric oxide. So you need the products of the triangle of health, because you're a dialysis patient, and they're prone to increases in blood pressure, they're prone to infections, they're prone to so many things, which a synthetic product cannot give you, because pharmaceutical products reduce, decrease, remove, eradicate. They do not modulate, they do not support, they do not blend.
Life's greatest tragedy is that most people do not value their health until they lose it.